It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
I mean, the Colonial Fleet probably is out of gum, if we're really honest. So, I kind of get it, Duke. I kind of get it. I suspect that's really a thing. How you doing, fellas? Howdy, howdy, howdy. How is everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hope you had a good holiday weekend. Please tell me everybody has all their fingers. I didn't see any reports in Discord of ER visits, so I'm taking that as a good sign. Fingers crossed, right? I'm taking that as a good sign. None of us went to the hospital, whatevers. So, all the thumbs, all the fingers. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Anyways, it's Monday. I have been trying to get back to BSG for what feels like about a month now. And Monday streams just haven't been happening for a variety of reasons. So we're going to do this tonight. You did keep your fingers, but Monday I did. I'm sorry to hear that, Vladeshi. That sucks. My Monday was actually not bad. I got up. I had some early meetings. I had some highly productive phone calls before lunch. What? That never happens. The afternoon was way quieter. But I got a few more things done, and I'm going to get in the morning and have hopefully some more productive meetings. It's been an oddly productive Monday. Friday and Monday are my work at home days at the moment on this current project, right? I sit in this chair right here and work. I boot up Microsoft Edge, I boot up Microsoft Teams, I remote into my work email, I do things. Fridays are pretty low key. Fridays are really good. One of the guys I used to work for used to call Friday his rat killing day, right? That was the day that he would go back and deal with all the crap that he didn't want to deal with or wasn't important enough to deal with earlier in the week. The emails for this, that, and the other thing. And so Friday's kind of become my rat killing day. I sit here and knock off stupid, dumb things that need to get done that I just don't want to deal with when there's actual meetings and people to talk to and more important crap going on. But Monday is like you're trying to get into the week, right? Like you're trying to you're trying to drag yourself up after the weekend and kind of get back into it, right? Doing Monday from home sometimes is really good, like today, and sometimes it's really demotivating. Like, oh my God, I had such a good weekend. I think I'm just gonna take an extra day of my weekend. I'm gonna work, but I'm gonna, sometimes it feels like that, like you're just kind of phoning it in, right? Oh, that sucks, Valdeshi. That sucks. I'm sorry it was that busy. Well, look, you're here now. Sit down, relax, grab a beer, your drink of choice, whatever. We're gonna entertain you for a little while. Hopefully by not dying to some Cylons, but I suspect there will be death to Cylons involved before we are done with this game because that is literally the point of this game. I'm gonna boot this thing up and then we're gonna go over. And I love watching the intro sequence. It gets me in the mood. It gets me in the right frame of mind for this all the time. Here we go. Oh. So pretty. So pretty. Um, it was incorrect, by the way. The last time we streamed this, I said that opening lament was done by Bear McCreary, who did the music for the regular weekly series of Battlestar Galactica. It wasn't. That opening lament piece is done by Richard Gibbs, who did the music for the miniseries. Ronan with the resub. Welcome in. How you doing? And so apologies to Richard for missing that one because ordinarily I don't make mistakes like that. But last time I have been running my own thing on the side. I have many runs under my belt now. But this is the streaming one, right? This is where we left it last time. I took you guys through kind of the tutorial. We looked at some of the basic gameplay. We're about to get into the second boss fight. So I'm going to load this game. I'm going to catch you back up. What's up, Black Dude? Catch you back up with where we're at. Because honestly, I've kind of forgotten too. All right, so here we are. This is our little fleet. We have, they don't call it a Battlestar in this game. It's a Gunstar. which always makes me think of The Last Starfighter, but here we are. And we are trying to survive 13 jumps to freedom, right? You start at Caprica, and the 13th jump that you make is meant to get you to Battlestar Galactica and safety, right? This game is set in basically during the events of the miniseries, in that time between the destruction of the colonies and Galactica rallying survivors at, I think it was the Ragnar Anchorage or something, and heading out. So that's it. We are scattered survivors trying to make it from the destruction of the colonies, 13 jumps to where we are meeting Galactica. All right. So every run is 13 jumps, 12 battles, basically. Along the way, we're gonna have heroes that join our command staff. We're gonna be able to field squadrons. We're gonna be able to arm our ships, repair them, level them up, etc., etc., etc. Now, over time, over multiple runs, you'll build up what they call fate. That, as we haven't completed a run yet, we don't have any yet in this game. We'll get to that in a minute. But eventually, you'll build up fate. You can spin that fate on bonuses that will then kick in the next time you start a new run. So you'll start less far behind. You'll start with resources in the bank, or you'll start with extra experience on your squadrons, or something like this, right? Some kinds of bonuses that make it a little easier. But there is a max on that. You can eventually cap that out to the maximum. Okay, so let's take stock of where we are. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I looked at this. Let's take a look around. So we've got our advanced war room. Every squadron we don't deploy in a mission is getting XP anyway. All my squadrons have extra range. While we're talking about squadrons, let's go look at what squadrons I have. Okay, I only have 3. I have a raptor, a wolf, and a viper. You start with a green raptor, a green wolf, and a green raptor. A green raptor, wolf, and a green viper, and a green whatever. You start with 3 green squadrons. Apparently, somewhere along the way, I upgraded the raptor to a blue one. That was on my CAG. My CAG is assigned to the raptor. He's a test pilot. Okay. And this raptor is very difficult to kill. Let's see. I'm getting 1. It leveled up. The squadron itself leveled up. I'm thinking the damage bonus looks pretty good. I mean, the speed would be nice. I'm going to take the damage bonus. We're going to take the damage bonus. I feel like that's really good for the raptor. Okay. All right. We are currently in Sector 8, which means when we jump here, we have a boss fight we have to get through. I've got some POIs I can investigate for resources here. These are my 3 ships in the fleet. I have 2 crises currently running. This one is I have to resolve a structure POI, which I can't do because there are no structures in this sector. And the other one is I have to find the Cylon trader in my fleet, which I have not found yet. I'm going to go to the bar. The bar is almost always a really good place to start looking when you first jump into a new sector. You always have 3 choices in the bar. Usually, as you go along, it's going to be either ways to research, to dig up clues for who's your Cylon trader, ways to buff the morale of your various heroes, which can lead to them getting quests and cool abilities, or sometimes it's negotiating with the other factions in the fleet, making shady deals. There are 3 factions in the fleet, right? Worker, military, underworld. Each of them has a certain amount of influence, and your relationship with them is listed here. You also have to keep an eye on your overall healthcare and maintenance of the fleet. So right now, all the factions have some extra influence, but the workers don't care for me very much. It's a little tense over there. So I can pick up a clue that'll go into my silent investigation. I can trade supplies for nukes if I want, or I can look into upgrading this person's morale, which I think is that my CAG? No, that's just one of my heroes. All right, I'm going to come back to that. Let's catch up on where we're at in our Cylon investigation because we need to get this wrapped up. Okay, so the way this works is anybody who only has a single green check mark is still a valid suspect. Once you have 2 greens, you are in the clear. You cannot be a Cylon anymore. The way this works is and they'll tell you this, right? They have the 2 primary suspects will have 3 suspicious clues each. So once you see 2 green check marks, you know that particular person is in the clear. But it's expensive. You have to spend supplies to investigate things. So I have 2 possibles still here, right? I have who is this? This is my chief maintenance tech, and then this is the guy they were trying to get me to buff his morale over in the pyramid court. So we're gonna every new sector you get to investigate an entire row that will give you up to some results. So we're gonna pick up some clues here. Okay, so we got very little out of that. These 2 were already useless, and this doesn't give me much. So it's still the same 2 suspects. And I haven't lowered my cost yet. You can see here that I'm 60% complete with the investigation, and until I get above 82, everything costs 5 supplies for me to reveal it. Once I get past 82, the cost drops to 3. Let me go back out here for a moment. Let's have a look at her. She has, okay, so I've got her on a gun. She is, okay. So I'm going to send, I think it's definitely going to be one of these 2, right? It has to be at this stage. I really hope it's not this guy. Oh man, he's got some really good squadron abilities. I kind of hope it's my chief tech. So let's send her out. Let's use up her action before I lose her possibly to the Cylon investigation. So occasionally these people will just come to you with requests hoping to... Yeah, it's one of these, like, do I care about your morale or not? So military influence would increase, but his morale... I really don't care if your morale deteriorates, buddy. It's just not... It does not bother me. You'll survive it. We got to survive as a species there, buddy. Okay. We're going to go back to the bar. I'm going to try and fish for one more clue here. Okay. So we're going to fish for one more clue. And now let's head back to security. What did we get? We got something for... Yeah, we got something for her, and that didn't matter. That does mean nothing, because she was already not...
You crazy son of a bitch.
DJ with the resub, welcome in. How you doing, my friend? She was already not a suspect. Okay, so now I basically have to start spending supplies to try to narrow this down. So let's see if we can figure this out. For starters, let's... Okay, so that's not my clue. There he is. We got a little lucky there. Okay. So unfortunately, it is the guy that I didn't want to lose. It's one of my ace pilots. So this guy knows he is a Cylon. Yeah, he basically is taunting you. He's like, "Oh, you figured it out finally." But doesn't matter. I didn't know it first, but now you're all gonna die. Yep. Because you're dead. The soldiers, everybody, you're all dead. And then so we bring him. So now we have completed one of the crises that we had available to us, right? We had to find the traitor. We have done so. So that crisis is completed. Now, he's not dead, but he's in the brig. One of the things that we didn't do is that once you've determined who your suspects are, you can throw them in the brig prematurely. And then now that we know this guy is a Cylon, he's in the brig, we can interrogate him for bonuses. We can rough him up for fun things. For example, I can beat him up. I can spend some supplies to get special POI missions added to the sector that I'm in. Either just for resources, for items, or a one-off mission for a legendary hero. And if I ever get tired of his inane ramblings, I can shove him out the airlock. And once you do that, you get a huge bonus to your fleet morale. Your fleet is like, oh, thank God we got one, you know? This game does not, it's bleak, man. This is not, this is BSG. I mean, so DJ, he starts in the brig, but you can space him eventually, and it may come to that, but right now, we're not going to do that. Okay, I've got a couple of levels. Let's see. Now, she is, okay. I want to stick with squadrons. Use destroyer in battle, Gunstar. I think we'll go here. And then this is my CAG. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh, excellent. Big damage against elites. We like that. We like that a lot. Yeah, we're going to do that, I think. Yeah. Yep. Okay. You can absolutely break legs for bonuses in this game. Okay. So now I have my sector. My crisis in this sector is still a few turns away. I do have my open hero slot. I want to clear this. I don't want to lose these people. Let's send somebody who needs the experience. Let's send Mr. Meyer. There we go. Okay, now he levels up. So he heals 1 damage at the start of every sector. Let's find something useful here to do. These are not amazing abilities. We'll just do the empathetic. That's fine. It's not great.
You're crazy.
DJ with the gifted subs. Look at you. Happy July, my friend. Happy July. Getting ready for your Lit RPG Con. You told me where it was. Denver, was it? You told me where it was, and I've completely forgotten because I'm horrible. Oh, that's good. Nice. I was correct in remembering Denver. Look at that. Occasionally, my brain is not full of mush, but only occasionally. All right, what are you? Small amount of random resource. Okay. And what can I buy over here? This is not amazing. That's not terrible, but not amazing, strictly speaking. The defense gun is actually not bad. It's a little expensive, but it's not bad. And let's look at my ship upgrades. Okay, so I can mount 3 squadrons. Okay. 2 weapons still, which right now I'll have my nukes and the regular offensive flak in there. Okay. We've gone max on critical systems. Okay, fleet logistics. Hull reinforcements would be good. Okay. Crisis is still a couple of turns away. I want to use 1 more action before we get there. So we're going to do this with my XO. We're going to rack up some more scrap. Ooh. Now this one kind of hurts because I don't want to lose reputation with either one of these guys, but odds are it's going to happen. So let's lose it with the Underworld. Yeah. So I got to keep an eye on that. Okay. Let's finish up my Exo's promotion chain. Let's see. Okay, weakening shot. We might reload things. Reload, okay. And then, or we can just give it extra damage. I love that. Let's do that. Love it. Okay, I want to save my last 2 actions for whatever this crisis is. So let's look around and do a little bit of ship training and a little bit of regular old action spending here. Okay, we have a crisis. What's our crisis? Lingering inflation happens because worker reputation is crap. Meeting with the workers was useless. They're on strike and blocking production of scrap. Scrap cost will be more expensive. They want to negotiate, but I say we should just shove them out airlocks. It's like, hey, sweetheart, relax. We're all on the same team here, okay? Chief Tech wants to negotiate. Let's see. So, all costs go up, or all squadrons take extra damage for 2 sectors. As we go into a boss fight, this would really blow. So, I'm going to do this. I don't like this. I'm going to have to see if I can resolve this. Okay, let's see what we got. What do we have to do? We have to negotiate. Okay, so we got to spend actions here to do this. So let's spend some actions. We're gonna go do some intimidating. Okay, and then negotiate. Thank you, Grant. Oh, they tied it up. Nice, Duke. I saw Belgium had scored early, and I was like, oh, come on. So there you go. Good stuff. I think I'm gonna do. I don't want to risk my pilots health. So we're going to spend a few... I've got plenty of supplies right now. We're going to take this route. Okay. So, okay, there we go. Perfect. So we cleared that one up, and we are done with that crisis. Excellent. So now I can go spend some scrap on... over here. I think I kind of want to buy this defense gun. Let me think about this for a minute. What would it take to mount it? 138 and it's 75, so I'd be in for about 220 or so to mount it. I can afford that, actually. So let's do it. Let's do this. And then let's come over here and buy this defense gun. Now, the range on the defense gun is not amazing, but I can also mess around with it with my other abilities. We'll come down to the hangar. We'll mount this thing. Oh, I had defensive flak already. Look at that. Oh, interesting. Okay. I should have checked before I did this, but that's okay. I don't mind having the extra, honestly, truth be told. Fire projectile on the Gunstar, radius damaging all units for 10 seconds. So we have offensive flak, which goes way out. We have defensive flak, which is shorter range. I'm gonna mount this defense gun. Let's mount this defense gun, and I'm gonna put nuke. Actually, okay, we're gonna mount the defense gun here. Actually, mount the defense gun. We're gonna mount nukes for this battle just in case, and I'm gonna move her to the defense gun to give it more range. There we go. Because this is all charge shot, weaken, might instantly reload. Okay, we're okay though. This is fine. This configuration feels okay. And now Belgium scores. Appreciate the updates though. Appreciate the updates. That's good. This is good. I was going to talk about the game, right? People that are tuned in are kind of missing the game. Okay, no, I want to look at squadrons. Okay, I've got my 3 squadrons. This guy's in the brig. And then I have... Where's my CAG? My CAG is assigned over here. Do I have another person with pilot skills? I do. For some reason, she is not assigned. Well, we're going to fix that. Let's put her in the Viper. Fine-tuned evasion expert. Yeah. That feels pretty good for this ship. Okay. Nitro boost, missile launcher. The Wolf doesn't have anything. The Raptor has hold position. The Wolf, what does he have? He gets bonus. Okay. All right. Okay. I think we're in good shape. I feel like we're in pretty good shape here. I've got 1 or 2 actions left. I'm going to go ahead and because I want to use up and get these supplies. Just because it doesn't hurt me. And what I like to do is I like to keep these actions in the bank when I have kind of spare ones to spend. So we're going to grab a little extra halfway to some more scrap and then move on. Yeah, I've spilled drinks on my keyboard many times. That is 100% a thing that has happened. Hopefully it never happens again. I wouldn't hold my breath. Now, the other thing I could have done, it occurs to me, what I should have done was roughed up my Cylon in the brig and then use that last action on that. But we'll check out that after we get past this. Fingers crossed, get past this boss battle. Only 1 jump we can make, so let's get on with it. DJ, thank you for the gift subs as ever, my friend. Appreciate you. Ginger says hello in case you can't hear her off camera. All right. It's time for a battle. The lights of the CIC blind you. A voice snarls out of the speakers. Oh, that's rich. Survivors escaping their fate. The tone is genuinely curious, like an entomologist who has just discovered a new species. How fascinating. Mind if I take a closer look? Power's back. Something in your eyes has always intrigued me. Curiosity is your obsession, even when in danger. I truly admire how you hold on to life, even as your own world collapses. What does this chica want? What do I want? It's obvious. To study your rotting corpse. Alright. Dead or alive. Here we go. Battle time. Alright, so. Put my raptor out here. I'll run the wolf to here. And let's run the viper just ahead. Okay. Okay, hold up. This is about to get dumb. There's my defense gun. Let's go. Everybody can have some fun with this. Wow, they are all over my lead ship here. Bloody hell, this is irritating. I am not going to screw around with this battle. I mean, I realize I'm supposed to lose, but this is just infuriating. Oh, of course my stupid Viper goes in there to take damage. I should have nuked the guys down south, apparently. Yeah, this ship is gonna die. That makes me so sad. Alright, well, it are what it are, kids. Let's get to it. Yeah, this mission is rigged against me. You're supposed to lose these early missions, but this just feels totally fucking rigged. Oh, man. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this friggin' ship. Okay, hold on. We're gonna nuke these guys. I don't think it's gonna matter in time, but we're gonna do it anyway. I don't know how many times I can hang up on you before you'll believe me when I tell you I don't want to talk to you. Okay, I'm probably going to lose this mission. This feels pretty likely here that we're going to lose. Wow, this is rough. I know you're supposed to lose, but I was kind of hoping I'd at least make it past this mission. Good lord. How many times can I hang up on these people before they'll listen? Well, there goes one civilian ship. Not looking good. Quite the opposite. Looking really bad. Looking pretty bad out here, kids. Yeah, we're 100% gonna lose this mission. Well, that's okay. This is the first playthrough like this. You are supposed to lose, right? Like, you are absolutely supposed to lose, and we are gonna do that. Yeah. I know I'm nuking friendly here. I'm gonna move him out of the way. Oh, I can jump? Problem is, if I jump, I'm going to wreck both of these squadrons. The Viper I can get back. I'm almost willing to bet you there's no way I'm going to get this. I'm going to lose both of these civilian ships, I think. Okay, I'm gonna pull the Raptor out. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna pull the Viper out, and we're gonna turn on the defense gun. See if we can kill these two clowns and get out of here with the last remnants of this ship. And bam. Woo! We snuck it out. Yikes. Haha, Soldier. This is a fun game, Soldier, but you're right. It is challenging, especially early on. Okay, I don't mind paying for the Wreck Squadron. I think I want the hull points back on this guy. That's going to be my blessing for managing to extract it from the fire. Ugly. Ugly. Yep, we know. We're going to support him. Okay. So, we're having a bit of a problem here. Let's work on trying to solve it. Okay. Now, we're going to have 2 crises in this sector. And we need to repair at least 1 squadron. My wolf got junked, so let's bring him back. Okay, he's back. Alright. We can knock off this crisis. Which will be good. We're going to need that. I'm about to start another crisis. Let's take a quick spin through the bar and see what's available. We can raise our underworld rep, which will be good. We need that. We can trade nukes for scrap. I'm not ready to do that yet. I don't really care about morale right now. I got bigger problems. Let's move this one to closer to being done before we have 2 more fall on top of us. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we are close to finishing 1 crisis. Here comes the next one. And we're losing Tillium. So they're stealing Tillium from our ship. This makes me sad. The only message it will send is that we're brutal and people shouldn't feel safe. If we do things my way, we can stop this quietly without having to scare everybody. So, I can increase my fleet health losses for 2 sectors and skip this crisis completely, or I can lose 2 Tillium every 4 turns while trying to solve it. I think, for where I'm at right now, I just need to lock everything down. So, we're gonna take the increased fleet losses for the moment. We're gonna bypass this crisis. We're seeking hope. That's different altogether. Okay. So in the end, rather than try to solve the thefts, we just put more guards around Artilium storage, which our chief tech is not happy about, but the XO is like, this is the way it's got to be. Okay. Do I want to try any of this right now? Let's try and fix the fleet. I got all kinds of crap needs doing. For starters, let's have a look through our roving ship here. The Monk. The Vagrant Monastery is the name of this ship. Welcome to my monastery. A place to share, to do commerce, and to find peace, if necessary. We're at war. How can you find peace? Even in this cycle of violence, one must find the time and energy to rest. Peace will come from within, not from treaties and deals. Funny how sometimes a few words can resonate in a way you've never felt before. But enough about philosophy. You're here to trade, aren't you? All right. So what can we? So we got things we can buy, up to including more heroes, which would be. This would be helpful. I could use the actions right now. Now, one thing about this game that I've learned, right? It plays out in 3 acts. The first 3 or 4 jumps are fairly easy. You're getting your feet under you. The middle section of the game is the hardest. It's where the supply crunch hits you the hardest. You're trying to solve the Cylon problem. Like, you have a trader in your fleet. You don't know who it is. You've got to spend a ton of supplies to figure that out. And the back half is about basically not getting dead while prepping for your last big boss fight. Right now, I'm in the final phase. I'm in Sector 9, and I'm going to have 4 more jump. I have to wait 9, 10, 11, 12. I have to fight 4 more battles. Hopefully, and not die. I'm going to raise my underworld rep just so I don't have to deal with getting crapped on by these guys again. Hopefully. Okay. Now, let's finish this other one. For the moment, we have plenty of supplies. What kind of supplies can I get? 8 supplies out of this. I kind of want to keep... I've only got 3 actions to spend in this sector. I've still got another crisis. I could go after the legendary hero. But that fight can sometimes be challenging. It's not too bad, though, if memory serves. So I think what I'm going to do... Let's get rid of this crisis. I'm going to do it... I'm going to do it with supplies. Okay. Okay. So we've solved this one. I don't need clues. I'll take the scrap, though. That's pretty sexy. Okay. All right. Now we have an opportunity. Miracle production. Our relationship with Underworld is in a good place. They've made us an offer. They found a way to mass-produce potassium hydroxide, a chemical agent useful in fuel. If we can give them enough scrap in the next 10 cycles, they say they'll produce the agent for us. So if I give them, if memory serves, I give them 100 scrap, and they'll hook me up with a bunch of Tillium. Okay, and they've come for the scrap. Do we want to do this deal? Yeah, I want the Tillium. This will save me some pain. Because I think it's 6 Tillium you get. It's been a while. Tech comes in smiling. These Underworld guys are pretty shady, but they know how to turn lead into gold. She always has a way to wax poetic when it comes to metal or fuel. The fuel they're making is excellent. And... bam, there we go. 6 Tillium for our 100 scrap. So that feels pretty good. All right. So now... oh, man. I kind of want to wait. You know what we're going to do? So one of the things, the way this works is you get... I'm going to wait on this one until I'm not in a sector with double crises to solve. However, every time we jump, this gauge goes down. When you beat your Cylon prisoner up, they have this little breaking gauge, right? And if you beat them up too much, they will break and they'll get desperate and try to break out. But every time you jump, progress goes back the other way. So we're going to beat them up a little bit for a POI here. Okay, this is an item. This is a bridge upgrade. Yeah, this is an auxiliary system. Or a civilian ship. Now, the civilian ship would also be pretty sexy. I don't need the Tillium right now. I'm going to try and figure out what this auxiliary system is going to be. Survey says it's going to be advanced repair pods. Gunstar civilian ship hull repair gains 33% efficiency. Okay, that's handy. That's a good thing to find before I spend some scrap repairing my other civilian ship right now. The military says the break room is overcrowded and they want scrap to fix it. Sure, here's your scrap. So the military influence continues to go up. Okay. So for my 16 scrap, I'm going to get 350 hull. We're going to do that a couple of times. Let's do it 3 times. And then now, I really need to get past this next crisis before I go ship hunting. I really want this to be a good ship. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. Let's bring in some more scrap to make up for the scrap that we just spent. Another opportunity. A religious cult? No. Totally not. Good news from the hangars. Pilots and mechanics have come up with some plan. They've got a training program. Some key personnel will need to be away for a battle or two. This is happening because the military trusts you. My military rep just went up again. Let's not antagonize them. Okay, this program sounds great. Okay, so I think what I've got to do... yeah, I've got to go to 2 battles without assigning my XO to a weapon. That's fine. I can probably manage that. Hopefully. Okay, we're going to go one more round of scrap production. Let's see what this crisis is. Factory strike because the workers hate me. Back from the hangar. We haven't been stocked with repair materials. They're coming from this other ship. They want a word. Yep. Workers are on strike. Okay, I recommend we look for wreckage spots or old structures and source our spare parts elsewhere. That'll take ages. What if you were to ask your scientists to intervene? Whatever we decide, we got to fix our bird. Should we look elsewhere or do we ask R&D for help? If we ask R&D for help, we have 2 sectors to upgrade all R&D costs or 30% damage taken for all allied squadrons while we work. Whoa, woof. So if I bypass this one, I'm not going to be upgrading R&D, but I got plenty of other things to be spending scrap on right now. And my R&D is in pretty good shape. I think I'm gonna bypass this one. I think we're just gonna blow this one off. That's gonna let me use these actions for other things. As soon as the workers saw you could find the spare parts elsewhere, they changed their tune. They're not happy about it, but they've called off the strike. Okay. So we're gonna bypass this one. Halftime. Got it. All right. So we're gonna go pick up another ship now. Let's go. Let's just see what we get. I want another civilian ship because civilian ships always mean good stuff coming in. All right, the Regan. What have we got? You are a defense ship. Ooh, you shoot down enemy missiles. Ooh, I like you. I like you a lot. And then I'm thinking I want supplies here. Let's see. Let's look at this. I've got 2 actions left. I think we want to go supplies. I can't really afford anything here. And, I mean, I'd have to sell one of my Viper squadrons. Is this worth it? Probably not really. If I sold one of my Viper squadrons... Yeah, it's definitely not worth it. I got way too many other abilities on that thing. Yeah, the defense ship is nice. It's a good one. I love it. Especially as you get in the late game. A lot of these ships just hawk missiles at you like loogies. I think what I'm going to do is just I'm going to take the extra Tillium right now. And I'll take the slightly reduced supply income here. For not having a hero to throw at it. Okay. Yep. We know. Alright, so now let's buff you up. We are here to pump you up. And you are going to be my new defense ship. Excellent. I need to pull my EXO out of her gun mount, which is here. Okay. I'm going to pull the nukes back out. I don't think I'm going to need the nukes this fight. Let's put the defensive flak up there. I don't think I'm going to need the nukes this fight. Fingers crossed I don't need the nukes this fight. And then I'm going to put a little more repair into my Gunstar. Oh, yeah, there we go. That was worth a few scrap. Which is good, because we're now basically broke on scrap. Okay, let's get going. Let's see how bad it can be. Can the game kill me here on our 9th jump? All right, we got 2 options. Wreckage, distress. No, I need scrap. I will take the suboptimal one to continue chasing scrap right now. Oh, I hate the Gorgons. These are always the worst. These ones are always the worst. Okay. I fixed my wolf. All right, so we're gonna send you to here. Now these little asteroid clusters are actually pretty cool because while you're camped in them, you have extra evasion. You're harder to shoot. It's like a defensive buff, right? Oh, man. So this ship has flak. This is so irritating that he has this ability. Ugh. All right. And my Raptor is dead because he's stunned in that position and cannot leave. So he's just getting flacked to death. Alright, well, you, unfortunately, are not... Oh, no, 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 get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. These missile layers are the worst. Or these mine layers are the worst. Okay, hold on. guy needs to move now. Is he healing? He is. Oh no, it's damage. Okay, it's not healing, it's damage. And you're immobilized, so my wolf feels like he's gonna die. Come on, guys. This whole mission is just absolutely stacked against me. It's so frustrating. And the problem is keeping the Viper near these mine layers is irritating because as soon as they drop a mine, it can be game over, right? The number of times I've lost a Viper because he gets behind one of these clowns dropping him. Oh my god. It's the worst. Well, lucky for me, the Cylons are flacking their own units. So, LOL, you just murdered your own stuff. I guess that's helpful. 48 seconds with 2 crazy low ships. This is going to be tough. Oh no, get out of there. Well, my raptor is dead. He got trapped and is immobilized, so he's dead. Yay. Yay! Fun times. Whoa, and these squadron bubbles are growing. These flak bubbles are growing. I gotta pull the wolf out. I've got to just pull him off the battlefield, or he's gonna get murdered. Go, get out of here. I'm gonna have to use my defensive guns at this point to do everything. All right. Well, I'm going to lose every squadron now because whatever ability they have is immobilizing my guys. They literally can't leave. Yeah, the Viper's dead. Like, oh, wait, he can move? He can move. Get out of there. No, he can't. He's immobilized. So he's 100% screwed. So now we're just flacking everything close to us because F all of you. Well, we made it. We shouldn't have, but we made it. 2 squadrons wrecked, though. Ugh. Stupid Cylons. I actually don't mind if she's got a little bit of damage. Life goes on. I'll be honest, I should not survive a first run. It shouldn't happen. Oh, another double crisis sector. You're killing me. All right. Let's get our repairs in. Level up. What do we got? Wouldn't that be great, Grant? 20 evasion while moving. 20 primary weapon damage against enemies at full hull points. I've already got some extra. I'm at 48 evasion already. Like, I should be using these missile launchers. I forget that I have those. Let's do first strike. And then I need something here. Okay, the max hull is nice. I would love something that has a heal attached to it. We're just going to go with the extra hull, I think, here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Humanitarian is, yeah, I'm not, yeah, it's coming too late to be useful. This would be good. The Testudium would also be really good. This is a ship that comes with a heal, This is a really good fighter. I've never really figured out the Kestrel or the Cobra. In fact, truth be told, I don't care for the Cobra very much. But the Testudian is actually really good. Oh, man, there's so many good abilities in this game. But you have to unlock them all, and this is my first run. So we're going to go through the compendium and everything towards the end. I think this advanced. I'm getting nothing out of this advanced war room. I think I sell the advanced war room, and I think I consider selling. I don't know, man. I like having both of these. This is a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling, having both these defensive weapons. But I need more scrap. I need a fresh hero. I think I'm going to bind this guy, even though I just don't really care about his ability. Like, his ability's okay. 20% extra supplies. Like, okay, sure. But I need the... And then I send him out on here, and I come up with some extra supplies. But I need the extra action, and I don't have it right now. So, yeah, we're going to do it. Losing my awesome pilot definitely hurt. Okay, we're going to send him out on this. Go pick up some extra supplies here. Yep, 9 supplies. Okay, that's a little better. I need more scrap. Scrap is good. Let's finish up with the chief. Okay, let's look at the bar. Because my faction... Jan has completed more exploration missions than anybody else. She needs a new call sign. What about Walker or Theseus? I like Star Walker. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Love it. Okay. I need something that buffs my rep with the workers. Nope. I can buff Horatius's thing. I can trade scrap for supplies, which I don't want. The healthcare... This is one of the weird ones. Every time I get this healthcare one, I never have any idea what it's going to be. Sometimes it adds POIs. Sometimes it's just... This one feels random. I hate picking this one because there's never any consistency to what you get out of it. What's her last ability going to be? Something crappy. Awesome. We'll go Crippling Shot because we can. Okay. Can I afford... If I sell the war room, I'm going to sell this war room, and we're going to buy this Testudian. I need the heal. I think that's going to be really handy for me. Okay, excellent. Now I don't have a lot of scrap for repairs, but right now I don't really need a lot of repairs, so okay, we'll figure it out. Crisis is about to happen. Let's pick up a little extra scrap, and then we'll see what this crisis is. Killing time. More workers' tents. They are blockading. They've all walked off the job. Yep, just what we needed. We're also supposed to fix... We are taking serious scrap losses. We need help. How can they do this to us? Do you know what they've been through? What they've been through? We're not on a cruise here. Hakuna Tatas, everybody. We need to show force and break it up, or we need to send somebody else in to do their jobs. We need to... Okay. So... Send a team onto the Dawnwalker stat. We break this up. In the interim, we lock it, and we lose 20 scrap every 4 turns. Or we bypass it, and all supply costs for 2 sectors go up 40%. That's going to really hurt my ability to clear up other crises. So let's focus on solving this one. Okay. Infiltrate the ship. Who are we sending? Let's send our good buddy, Richard Meyer. Richard Meyer? Is that his name? Richard? Richard. Yeah. You look like a Richard, buddy. Go do the thing.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Graxa. Graxa? I'm totally butchering the name. I apologize. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. All right. It's on Dawnwaker. The mechanics are prepared to blockade. It's going to be hard to break through. Okay, so we've infiltrated the ship. And now we have to talk with the workers. And we have to fix things up. Okay. Well, for starters, let's buff this. Let's take this one here. Heals 1 health every time a civilian ship is repaired. I've never even seen this one before. That's interesting. 10 to 10, okay. Silent Squadron gains 20% speed. I mean, that actually would be really handy with that Testudian I just picked up. This might be a better ability, but this is more useful, I think, for where I'm going. We're going to make him an ace pilot. Okay, now, I need to solve this crisis before the next one. The next one kicks me too hard in the nuts. We're going to send Alex here.
They're,
with a raid! Welcome in, everybody!
they're flocking this way.
Welcome in! How you doing? Happy Monday. Welcome to Battlestar Galactica. How are we doing? Okay, let's work on this. We're about to hit another crisis. Let's see what we got. Hello from Poland! What part of Poland? Remember, I'll give you this. I have been to Poland, but my Polish geography is very weak. So I'm going to ask this question. But I won't promise that I know where you are. I have not been to the coast. I have only been to Krakow, which is beautiful, by the way. Love Krakow. All right, we did an inventory. We noticed some discrepancies. What? Silent hoarding. Okay, discrepancies. Some of the drugs have disappeared. Could be the dockers. In fact, I'm confident. Let's see if we can figure out who. Probably some of our scrap, but hey, okay. All right, so we can investigate it, or we can just cut back on our scrap gains for 2 sectors. Oh, this is rough. All right, I can afford the supplies more than I can afford the scrap right now. I sort of hate it, but let's leave this one around. Okay, let's finish up this other one. Speaking of supplies, I'm going to save those. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's look at these. What do I need to do to solve this guy? Okay, I've got to go through two rounds of actions here. My only trip to South Korea, actually, I think I've been to South Korea a couple of times. I went for one short trip, 3 days maybe, and then maybe 4, and then the second time I went, I was there the better part of 2 weeks. Both times to Busan. I went to HHI both times because shipyard, and what a great place, right? What a neat country. I wanted to see more of it. The terrain blew my mind. I had no idea it was that mountainous. Like, it is crazy, the terrain in that place. I remember I got off the plane. My inbound flight, the first time I went, I got in late in the day, so it was dark. Guy picks me up at the airport in Ulsan and to drive me to Busan. And it's dark. It's pitch black. I can't see anything. But the drive back was during the afternoon, and that was the first time and it's about an hour between the airport to the shipyard. And that was the first time I got a really good look at, like, the terrain, like, across, and I was like, holy crap. It gave me a completely different appreciation for the guys that had to fight the Korean War, because I was like, my God, this terrain, this is brutal. Brutal. Yeah, South Korea, beautiful place, but man, I wouldn't want to fight in that terrain. Okay, so one crisis down. Let's work on this other one. I've got 3 actions left in this sector. I'm going to spend most of it cleaning up crises. It's just the way it is. Let's do this, because you won't get injured. The gods are visiting you in your sleep. Yeah, no, I don't have the scrap for you to build a shrine, buddy. Sorry, you're gonna have to do that on your own time. Okay, and then we'll use the XO to interrogate angry workers. Yeah, let's go. Okay. All right, turns out they have a big problem with how we run things. They've decided to steal their in-game. We don't know, but we could do some surveillance to find out. Okay. So now we have to spend supplies here. We're going to lose some more people. But we're going to finish off this crisis. This makes me happy. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So we have cleaned up our crises just in time for the big boss fight. All right. I am low on just about everything here, including hope. It is Sector 10. And I do not believe we are going to make it too much farther here. I can do nothing here. I can do nothing in the security window. I wanted to do this, but double crisis sectors just suck the life out of it. I couldn't go get Tillium. Yeah, it's time to go, baby. Let's pick our civilian defense. I want the defense ship. I want to swap these guys around. I really want the defense ship in the forward. I wish you could manually set their formation, but you can't. Very cool, soldier. Very cool. If you were stationed there, you were probably stationed up closer to the DMZ, I have to assume. Busan is fairly well in the southeastern portion of the peninsula. I have a buddy who was there in about 2012-ish. No, like 2013, 2014 for his army tour. And I know he was up farther north. All right, so we can go with scrap, a possible person, and some wreckage, or Tillium, which we desperately... I got Tillium in both places. The Temple Ruin would not be bad. Or supplies. I really need the scrap. I desperately need the scrap. And that Elite Cylon battle. Now, admittedly, one of the things that I've learned about the Elite Cylon battles is that if generally for most of them, if you have a couple of nukes, you can knock them out pretty quickly with minimal losses. And the rewards you get is pretty good. And more importantly, it unlocks the reward completely in your compendium for future runs. But I think on my very first run, I'm going to avoid that. Let's go here where I know I can get good things. And then for now, I have to just try and, you know, not get dead. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Okay. We're going to run the Testudian out here. Oh, I meant to put a pilot in this. Okay, well, it is what it is. We're going to run the Testudian out here for a spell. Okay. What do we got? So they're going to come in a little stronger. And inside this radius, they have 25% damage resistance. Everybody's favorite. Okay. Excellent. And my defense ship is in the lead position, which is exactly what we want. So, we need to kill this protector. I'm going to let the defense gun take care of this. Why are you missing them all? Why can my gun hit nothing? Okay, that was actually pretty helpful right there. This little group is working out nicely. I'm liking... Oh, okay, we got a bunch of elites over here. I'm going to let the flak chew them up. We're going to pull back just a hair. Going to sit here for a minute. I got to let them spawn. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to let the flak chew these guys up. Come back to here. Both of you come back to here. Not doing me good if I don't use it. This little strategy of kind of letting them all come into the flak zone is working. I've never played it this way, but damned if it isn't working. It's not conducive to being useful for the Raptor, but it's really useful for everybody else. It's working out great for everybody else. Testudian's going to heal himself. There we go. Hold on. This is surprising. We're doing pretty decent here, guys. I wasn't expecting this. I'll let a few more. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna hit him with everything. Hold on. Okay, the FTL's ready, but I gotta clear these guys off our backs, or I'm gonna risk losing. Oh man, this is rough. Okay, let's just pull everybody in and hope for the best. This is gonna be rough. I may lose one of these ships. Come on, guys, get on, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard. Let's go. I hit the button. Thank you. Woo! We made it. I believe that, Blacktooth. I believe it. I've seen some video of people who have been to North Korea, and they're like, you just can't imagine how crazy, it is. I am the law. Keep a suspect hero in the brig for 3 sectors. Excellent. That means it's time to space him. All right. Okay, I'm supposed to debrief. Okay, sure. All right, now we've got some damage to our ships. Let's look around here a little bit and work on this. Raptor gets a promotion. I do not like glass cannon. I don't like this ability. I've never cared for it. I'm not even gonna be wrecked. Wreck this unit instead. I don't like that either. Ugh. All missiles within range are redirected towards the closest enemy unit. Now that sounds pretty good. Okay, that's an easy win. Okay. It's pretty much going to be time to space this guy. So here's what we're going to do. I could also do this next. Doing it next phase is a little too late, I think. I've got to fix these. I can't lose these. I can't lose the game this way. Yeah, okay. A couple of missile hits here. We got to clean this mess up. Let's do one with you. Okay. You were logistics planning. Now, let's see. What are you going to be? You're going to be that guy. And then here, oof, that's my last 6 supplies. Yikes. Yeah, that's bad, Blacktooth. That's bad. Should have seen the waiver. Was this a waiver? This wasn't a waiver for the government. This is probably a waiver with the travel agency you worked with or something, I'm guessing. Because there are travel agencies that have permission to take people into Korea. Like, it's not easy, but it's a thing. God, Discord spam cracks me up. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, Soldier. You're 100% right. Wait, what is this again? This is 20% to Owl. See, we're gonna need that. Actually, let me hold on. What sector are we in? Now's the time. Now's the time to get that done. Now's the time to get that done. I might have an outside chance of not dying if I do that now. Let's promote. Let's get Alex a promotion here. Crisis time. The Comet. Comet trajectory is confirmed. It's going to miss us, and yet it's screwing up all our instruments. Chaos out there. The civilians are scared. They're calling it a dark omen. I don't believe the Comet and our tech issues are related. Chief Tex thinks that this is... the problem's going to go away in a few jumps. But if we could solve it sooner, Exo's like, if it'll solve itself, why should we bother? Plus 40% to all fleet health losses for 3 sectors. We're bypassing this. This is a risk, but I got better things to do with my resources in this sector. Oh my god, workers in the military, huh? Well, the workers hate me already, so to hell with them. Speaking of, let's go to the bar and see if that's something that I can fix. Yes, maybe. Let's see. All right, this is the thing with the workers. With the biddies, thank you so much, Dan. Oh, excuse me, that ensalada. Welcome in. Thank you. This is the thing with workers. Hierarchy doesn't exist, which may or may not explain why you get your ass kicked. But we are going to spend some supplies, and now the workers hate us less. Okay, that's going to be a big deal. Okay. Well, thank you, Salada. Appreciate you. Okay, let's get her promotion. We like shooting its elite things. This makes me quite happy. Yes, let's go. Yeah, let's pick up that damage, the damage. Okay. I have 4 actions. 4 actions left. Okay, I need to assign some of these people to squadrons. For starters, I should have assigned my ace pilot over here because I want the speed. Everybody else has got somebody assigned. You don't. You should now. There we go. Cool. All right. And we've beaten her mission, so I'm going to put her back on gun duty. Which is offensive flak is where she was. There we go. Although part of me thinks that maybe I should put her on defensive flak. Weakened shot, charge shot. That could be really good. We'll try it. I'm gonna end up with nukes pretty soon. That is crazy, Black Duke. That is crazy. What amazing wording. All right, I think what we're going to do we're going to get an item POI. We're going to beat up our little Cylon prisoner and go get an item POI. I don't have 5 supplies. I need... Oh, that's going to hose me up because it's going to take me 2 actions to get 5 supplies. Oh, I don't have supplies. Okay, I got to think through actions now. If I spend 2 actions to get me to 5 supplies... 1, 2, I'll have 4 actions left in the round, which means whatever crisis comes up, I'm going to be stuck with. Or I could end up just bypassing it, maybe. That would get me everything on the list. I'd be able to chase down whatever the item is that I'm about to put on there. And I'm going to space my Cylon after I get one last thing out of him. Because I've got the ability to get a 7th person here. So I think what I want to do... This is probably the incorrect way to do this, strictly speaking. But I'm going to do it anyway. Factory devotion. The workers love us. With a bit of extra work, they could get us more stuff. Okay, I'll need some copper wire. Sure. Okay. Okay, now I have 5 supplies. Okay. We just received an interesting offer from the underworld. In exchange for food and medicine, they'll invite you to a major ceremony. Except that no, I can't. I really want... Oh, this is so irritating. I don't want to lose the... Alright. Fine. You can do the thing. I'll just space the Cylon and be done with him. I wanted to get one more item POI out of him, but it's just not going to work out. Congratulations. You're going out the airlock. The exposed Cylon sits alone in the airlock. The Marines who brought it there retreat a few steps. You desperately search for something to say, a few words to make this moment easier. But you wonder who this moment should be easier for. Listen, you press the button. The Cylon looks just as surprised as you are, he's sucked into the void. His silhouette shines for a moment. Then he becomes just another speck of frozen flesh in a vast ocean of death. Everybody, back to work. Always love it when you get space Cylons. Okay, let's fill this gap on our crew. Let's do it with you. Who are we going to recruit? Somebody useful, I hope. Defensive maneuvers. Okay, she's another pilot. Assigned squadron gets 40% extra hull, but loses speed. Wouldn't be bad for the Wolf, actually. Got to think about that. Let's go chase some Tillium so we can work on our opportunity here. And second crisis, handle with care. Red alert of the CIC. The air smells of panic and fear. You remove all emotion from your voice as you ask the chief for a report. Explosion confirmed in the squadron dock, Commander. Gas leak, probably accidental, no victims. But engineers are reporting heavy damage to the squadrons. Hulls beaten up, torn pressure joints. With the damage to the aircraft, the Cylons will shoot them down more easily. You have to do something. Damn it, there's a way I can find spare parts in wreckages. Or we close the whole squadron dock. Oh, this is the worst. I hate this crisis. And focus on repairs for just 2 jumps. 2 jumps is the end of me. Like, 2 jumps is the end of the game. I have to solve this one. Okay, let's figure it out. I need a wreckage POI, and that's the POI I have here is distress signal. So unfortunately, we are boned there. Well, let's go get it done at least, and then I can chase some of these other things. I'm going to get this pilot briefing done so I can get my allied squadron bonus. Is there another hangar you can unlock? No. So, I'll talk about this when we're done with the run. I'll show you the other differences. Okay, so for the next 2 squadrons, my squadron damage is up, which is good. We're going to need the help. All right. Let's do a little bit of repair. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh, well, it's done now. Can't fix it. Let's do a little bit of repair. I clicked the wrong button. Yeah, I need to do some repairs here, guys. Yeah, here we go. Okay. And then let's repair you. Just max it out. I don't want to lose that ship right now. Okay, everybody's got a job except you. Assigned squadron gets 40% max hull, but loses 15% speed. The only place that could be useful is on my Wolf squadron. But man, Wolf is already fairly slow. Right now, he's getting extra damage as long as one of the civilians is still around. And this guy's just faster. Yeah. We'll just roll with it. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, we're going to go Viper Raptor Testudian right now. Let's put the Viper in the field. So, to answer your question, Soldier, I actually could unlock a 4th squadron dock if I had the scrap. I won't have the scrap on this run. There's just no way to get me there. I have successfully done it before. There are other variants of the Gunstar that you can play through that what they do is... Oh, I could go broke on scrap and give everybody extra evasion. You know what? I don't need to do that right now. Let's do that. The way that works is for some of the ships, they'll unlock the extra squadron, but you'll have fewer weapons, and some of the Gunstars are more weapon focused and less squadron focused. And so they kind of move the needle around that way to give you choices. All right, this will be the last battle before the final battle. Safe sector, shipwreck, scrap, ammunition, and a squadron beacon, scrap, gun or buff, and nukes. All of these are really good. Hoo-wee. I think I'm gonna go here. I want to see what the weapons or whatever are. I think there's a better possibility of that being helpful. Okay. All right, let's deploy. Deploy, deploy, deploy. Keep you close. I'm going to run you out a little ahead. Assault. Unit gets 50% evasion as long as hull points are under 30%. Ugh, that's irritating. Every 10 seconds, one unit will gain this, okay? All units deploy. Everybody gains 30% damage if it's... See, this ability is really bad against my civilian ships. Oh my god, these Dodgers are the worst. I hate these friggin' things. Unless there's two things shooting at them, they're basically very, very difficult to hit. Okay. Because anytime you get those, you also get the infiltrators, and the infiltrators are the absolute worst. These are the worst things in the game, because they'll cloak and go right, and they'll just ignore you. They'll go right by all your stuff. Yeah, see, I can't even shoot them now. Until they get where they want to be, and then they'll just pop up and do whatever they want. They're the worst. Okay, so these guys are now going to get... I'm thinking they're going to get defensive flak. I'm going to go ahead and run this, though. Okay. That worked out not so terribly. Infiltrators aren't bad if you can kill them quickly. But you've got to jump on them literally as soon as they spawn, or they're a massive problem. Yeah, see? That guy he just sails past me. Does whatever he wants. Burn his heal on himself. No, I agree. I absolutely prioritized getting an early bay as well. But the problem is that, you know, eventually you reach a point where you just, you know, you've got to make sacrifices, and you end up not being able to do everything you want. That's just the nature of the beast, right? Okay, jump on this infiltrator for me. Actually, you jump on him. You jump on him. No, you jump on him. I'm going to try to go pick this guy off, but I'm going to fail on the last one because the Testunian is just too slow. Okay, so that's not going to happen. Get over here. Get over here and chase missiles. You're going to go back here and kill this clown. Okay, now get your butt out here and be useful. One of these guys is my elite. Who's my elite killer? Here. Okay, there she is. This is rough. Okay, we're gonna try this. Okay, we got a little lucky there. But I'm gonna roll with it. Wow, we're doing okay this battle, guys. This Testunian is a big force multiplier because he comes with a heal. You. There, let's try that. Everybody pick an infiltrator and shoot at it. Okay, we got nukes coming out soon. Nice. Let's chase these guys down. Viper doing the Lord's work here. $19 seconds left, so we're things are getting a little dicey. All right, time to start punching up the defensive guns here. Okay, Testudion's gonna head back. You need to head back. Actually, come over here and kill this guy. Let's make sure we kill him. Perfect, perfect. Everybody in. Everybody back to the barn. I think we've actually... Nice. This is one of the cleanest ones I've had this late. This is pretty good. This was nice. And we're out. Nice. Definitely not that bad, especially as late as we were. Late as we are in the game. I'll take the 4 supplies. We could desperately use it. Although, admittedly, this would be good too, just because this would be a nice upgrade for this guy. Yeah, being able to take on extra missiles with the ray gun would be a super sexy. Okay. Let's try to clean up some of these bonuses. I need 1 wreckage POI with Horatius, apparently. 2 structure POIs. Wreckage or okay, so I got all of these. So we're going to do this with Horatius. And that should clean up just about... That should clean up a lot of this crap. Okay, we've got it. We brought home another nuke launcher. I'm going to scrap it. I don't need a second nuke launcher. I'll take the scrap. Scrap is useful. We delivered the copper. I've seen the numbers. Scrap production should be good. Excellent. Okay. Good news for once. We have enough parts to complete the squad, to fix the squadrons. We can start whenever you want. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Repair damaged squadrons. Let's do it with Chica. Should get her a promotion. The workers are petitioning we release some of the name of the person behind the explosion. They think somebody from the military. They feel that one of them would be hunting them down in the corridors. The military refuses to name... Yeah, we're not going to intervene here. Yeah. The good news is we don't lose any rep. Because what's going to happen over the course of this sector is because we are basically neutral with everybody's reputation, we're going to get bonuses to our squadron efficiency going into the final battle based on the reputation with each that we have, the influence level with each faction. So the military, basically, is because we're neutral, we are getting 5% extra damage per level of influence, which means we are getting 15% extra squadron damage for this phase, which is going to for this last battle, which is going to be sexy. Don't need that. Tilium for scrap. Don't care right now. Yeah, none of this is really relevant. I'll come back and see if it matters. It probably won't. Let's do our squadron upgrade here. It should be the Testudian. Yep, that's nice to see. What do we got? Extra evasion. Signature bypass. Everybody flees. That's useful. Gains 20% prior weapon damage against enemies at full hull points. I've already got that on something else. We're going to take that signature bypass. I feel like that could be useful in the right moment, if I can remember that I have it. Okay, let's take our promotion here. Defensive maneuvers. Every time a science squadron activates ability, restores 20 hull points. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. I feel like she needs to get assigned to the wolf now. Let's look around. Let's see. Who is assigned to the wolf? Yeah, it's not going to be. Let's assign. You're now my girl. That makes him slow, but very tanky, because he's got extra hull, right? So now this wolf has 350 hull, and every time he doesn't have an ability. So every time he pushes the button, he gets a heal, but he doesn't have a button to push. I could move the Viper pilot around, because the Viper has some abilities. I don't like this. Let's put the other guy back in for now. I've got 2 abilities here. This is my CAG, though. He needs to be assigned to somebody on the battlefield for for sure at all times. Always, always, always. Man, this is actually kind of crappy. I might not have a good place to put this guy. What's up, Sergi? I'm really wishing that I had a 5th squadron, another squadron that I could use. Let's see. Can I rack up some more? Okay, I'm not gonna be able to get anybody else a promotion at this stage. I could pull in. I've got 120. I could pull in 75 more. Would that be enough to buy another squadron? What are we selling over here? No, because we're selling weapons. This EM cannon I've never been particularly fond of. It's not that great. This gas aggregator would have been great at the beginning of the run, but not now. And the advanced targeting lenses I already own a copy of. So there's basically nothing in the store that's useful for me right now. I could re-roll it once just to see what comes up. Create a decoy, target the position of the battlefield, all the 30 TU radius. Decoy has 300 hull points and disappears. That's not terrible, but it's not great either. I don't think I can afford... Yeah, I can't afford either the weapon or the extra dock, so I'm gonna have to make do with what I've got here. All right, I think we're just gonna let it run here. I need to do some promotion work here. Yeah, you need more promotions. Since we're good friends with the Underworld, they're gonna help us out. We are gonna get 3 extra evasion per level of influence, which means we're gonna get 6% more evasion on all squadrons. Do I want more nukes? Or do I want this thing shooting down missiles? I really want this thing shooting down missiles. Although a 3-second buff probably isn't worth 5 full actions. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's where we're at. Let's do some... Okay, I can do the repairs at the end. I don't think I'm going to need the extra nukes. I might go get them anyway. It never hurts to have more nukes. It never hurts to have more nukes. Let's go get some extra nukes. Let's go get some extra nukes. Okay. Let's see. What else can we be doing here? I got to get prepped for this last fight. I don't want to sell any of my squadrons. I kind of don't want to sell any of my weapons, although it would make sense for me to sell at least one of them since I can only equip 3 of them in the upcoming fight. I kind of don't want to ditch the offensive flak. However, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to unequip it past a certain point in the battle because I know, having done this a lot, I know how this battle goes. Let's get our repairs done, and then I can decide if I want to do more with scrap. I'm okay with those. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I've only got 4 actions. There's no point in going any crazier on this guy. Getting down to the dregs here. I don't need Tillium. I don't need supplies. There's nothing I can buy for supplies anyway. Let's look at something. I could sell this. I could sell this repair pod because this is not doing me any good after this jump. The targeting lens is going to help me in the battle. That I'm keeping. This repair pod has done its work at this stage. I should probably sell it. That would give me a re-roll and might... Okay, let's go get some scrap. Let's go get this scrap, and we'll see if we can finagle a way to dredge up more... another squadron. Bring news from the workers. They're gathered and offered to help. It's not huge, but we'll take everything we can get. So for our 2 levels of worker influence, we're going to get an extra 10% hull. So every squadron's going to have a little 10% extra hull. So keeping like neutral, at least neutral relations with all of the factions has an advantage, but only at the very end of the game. Okay. We're at 162 scrap. I'm going to sell the repair pods, because at this point they're not going to do me any good anymore. Then we're going to re-roll. See if I can get some squadrons. Okay. Ooh, I could pick up a Mantis. The Epic Mantis would be really sexy. Evasion focus. I've never cared for the Stealth Star myself. The 200 from this Mantis would be amazing if I could get it. Because I've got a pilot I could plug right into it. Can I rack up... Okay, hold on. How many actions have I got left? 3. I can get 40 more scrap. Okay, here's what we're going to do. For starters, we're going into this with our nukes 100% equipped. We're going to keep the defensive gun enabled. We're going to put the defensive flak away and put in nukes. Okay. Then... Right? Is that... Hold on a minute. I want to make sure. Okay, so now then... So hold on. I'm not going to think about this for a minute. No, go back. I'm trying to think through, because the nukes... I'm eventually going to swap the offensive flak out for the defensive flak. So if the nuke... So what I want is the XO... The defense gun is going to be on the entire time. So let's do this. Let's put the XO in that slot. And let's put you over here. There we go. There we go. So now the XO is always a part of the build. And that gives me some defense, some resistance. Okay. All right, if I can come up with 200 more scrap, where can I come up with 200 more scrap? What else can I sell? I don't want to sell the targeting lenses. I don't want to sell any of my weapons, although I could probably sell the offensive flak, but I don't want to for the first portion of this battle, and I would love to have an extra squadron, because some of my squadrons are going to die along the way. Which means I need to click this button a few more times, and I think I can just barely get there. So we're going to do that. That. Last one. Last action of the run puts us over the 200 mark. And I still have time to run over here and buy this guy. Excellent. Now, I had a squadron. I had a pilot that didn't have a good home. There she is. Loses 15% speed, which for the Mantis is not terrible. 19 speed. It's still as fast as a Viper. I can live with that. In exchange for the extra hull, that feels pretty good. Yeah, I'll live with that. Okay, so I have 5 squadrons available, only 3 squadron slots, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. It means if somebody dies, I can just put another squadron out of the field. We definitely want... Yep, this is my 2 best options for defenses. And we are tapped out. We are like, we're sucking fumes here at the end. So let's go. Last battle of the run. Let's see if we can finish it without dying. It would be amazing to go our first run and actually complete this. But man, I'm not holding my breath. All right, our last base star. Here we go. Fleet has received the coordinates. Let's jump. Here we are. It'll all be over soon. The comm rings. Why is the comm open? I'm sorry I'm late, Commander. I really am. The voice is soft, almost reassuring. Still, you know it's coming from the base star on Dradus. Hate to keep you waiting. How inconsiderate of me. What do you want? Multiple missiles incoming. Well, to save you, of course. What else? Most of us feel resentment, even anger towards you. I do not. I feel peace, tranquility. Why wouldn't I? How could one feel otherwise, knowing that tomorrow your kind will cease to exist? The day of reckoning has come, humans. Soon it will all be over. All right.
You're sounding like a cross between Wayoon and Sebastian.
You're welcome. I'm having fun narrating the crazy Cylon people.
You're mixing your metaphors.
I suppose that is a thing. All right, let's get you in and you in over here. All right. I got to be really cognizant of my stupid Viper being out there with these mine layers. Okay. Now, one thing about this mission is that this base star drops out these stupid little things that put out a slowly expanding AoE that is just absolutely brutally murderous to me, and it pisses me off. No, let's do this. And this. Where's my Viper? Okay, yeah, finished off this guy. Yep, get that other missile. Okay, sweet. Now take this guy out. Okay, I've got to move some people. Offensive flak to here, please. Amazing. He didn't move. Okay, well, there went my Testudian. That's kind of a problem. All right, we'll bring the Mantis onto the field, I suppose. That is infuriating, because that shouldn't have happened. I literally told him to move. I guess maybe he was... maybe he was stuck or something. I don't know. Tired of your shenanigans. Okay. All right, let's see. You gotta kill things there, buddy. This is a rough fight. This is a rough fight. Yeah, he's stunned out there, which means I'm going to lose him in a minute, which just absolutely enrages me. This mission has a lot of goofy stuns in it, which means I'm going to lose my Viper Squadron here in a sec. There we go. All right. I'm going to give you some evasion. Try not to die. Okay, now get over here and kill this clown. Actually, hold on. This is actually going to work out. This is one of the reasons I take offensive flak. Okay. I need you to stay back here. Don't go in that flat cloud. Thank you. All right, get over here where this Dodger is. Both of you. Oh, bloody hell, he drove into a mine, because of course he did. All right. Well, I knew this was going to happen. We might still make this, though, but it's going to be a challenge, to put it lightly. Now, we're about to start needing our defensive stuff here in a moment. Okay, you're going to hold right here. I need to sneak you into a better spot where you don't get murdered. Here we go. Who has that missile thing? Did I lose that ability? That'd have been really handy. Okay, that's a cool ability. I like that one. That's fun. God, these Dodgers are the worst thing ever. Okay, get out there and get to killing, boys. Okay, hold on. I can see now we need to land a nuke right in this group. Okay, I gotta wait another half a second. There we go. That's gonna nail it. Spawn. Yep. That's gonna decimate that group. That's gonna make me happy. Get over here and... Oh, speaking of nukes, this is bad. Can you kill that thing? Oh, no, that's my nuke. Haha, don't do that. Don't do that. Spawn boom! Oh, boom! I love being able to target nukes like that. So much fun. All right, go kill this clown. All right, here's the good news. The civilian ships are going to survive to get out of here, which ultimately was the goal of the exercise. Unfortunately for me, which means I'm going to pull the offensive flak out now, and we're going to put the defense gun in. No, we're going to put the defensive flak in. Wait, no, the defensive flak is already in? Yeah, we go. Defensive flak. There we go. Okay, get on top of this guy. Go get this clown. Come over here. Actually, you slide a little bit. Slide a little bit before you start shooting. Alright, so we have successfully gotten all of our civilian ships to the thing. Civilian ships are dunked. Your signal will rejoin. No, don't do it. Why not? We can't jump. We can't hold it forever. Why? We're leaking data to the Cylons from CIC. What are you talking about? A virus we received from the beacon where we found Adama's message. That message, so moving, so glorious. I will guide you to a refuge. A bit dramatic, if you ask me. We decided to follow you. Big chunk of data is being transferred to the base star. It'll lead them to Galactica. Well, so much for the element of surprise. My God passed judgment on your kind long ago. I've stopped the upload, sir. Connection lost, but we're never going to make that jump, sir. All we can do is keep this thing from following the civilian ships. We have undetonated payloads aboard the Gunstar. Give the order, and we'll stop them right here, right now. Everyone knows what this means. You will never see Galactica with your own eyes. You are Adama's last defense. So now, we survive for 2 minutes. The civilian ships jump away. Now I have to survive 60 more seconds. And if I can do that, then we can call it a win. And that is not going to be easy, because I've already lost too many squadrons getting to this point. Defensive flak, that's nuke launcher. Here we go. Defensive flak not ready. Load defense gun then. Have fun with them. Get in there. Let's go. Now, this is where it's going to start to get dicey. It's... Oh, boy. That's not good. Go here. Just get over here. Just run. Quick as you can, please. No. Okay. Woo. Just barely made it. I don't... fire the defensive flak. I don't want to risk it. Okay. Ooh, who's got that missile ability? It's the Raptor, right? This could actually be hilarious. Hold on. Oh, no! I used the missile ability. And they all targeted each other and wiped out every squadron I have. So now I've screwed myself, but I only have to survive 15 seconds. And I've still got some nukes here to do this with, so I think we can pull it off. It's going to be close, though. There we go. I wiped out their incoming nukes for now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and congratulations. There it is. Oh, Blacktooth, what a brutal loss. 4-1. That hurts. The Cylons have won the toss and have elected to receive. Cheers to a successful run. I can't believe I made that screw up with the missiles. I thought I was going to be cute and send them back to the base star, and instead they all targeted each other and wiped out everything I had left. That was bad. That was bad. Don't do that. Don't make the mistakes that I made. The first fleet has reached Galactica. Humanity might yet be saved. Okay, so we have unlocked a whole mountain of stuff, which is not surprising. That's our first game and our first completion. So now we have earned, what is this? A whole pile of fate. Complete the tutorial. All of this will happen again. Hot Dog. Destroy 20 Cylon units with a single unit in a single battle. We beat the Clerk way back when. And for the first time. We revealed our first Cylon agent. We lost a civilian ship. We beat the Philosopher. We did have 7 heroes in our fleet at the same time. We kept a hero in the brig for 3 sectors. We did it. We did space a Cylon. That felt good. Okay, these are from our unlocking our knowledge achievements. Electromagnetic jammer, refinery ship, gazelle, decaying shot, chain firing. For completing a victory. We unlocked the Vanguard, which is one of the other variants. I'll show you these in a minute. We killed 10 Cylon units with a single nuke. That was a fun one. We unlocked medical ship, emergency reloading, armored ship, emergency shockwave. So we unlocked all kinds of stuff. Okay. Now they play this little thing at the end of every one. I never have figured out what it's all about. Whole ship shakes. Well, what are you doing? We failed. Let's enjoy one last drink together. Sir, what's going on? Why aren't you fighting back? Sometimes you have to admit, you can't save everyone. Okay, so now I have all of these fate points to spend on things. So starting in subsequent runs, I will get these bonuses, which makes them, gives you that little leg up, right? For example, you can retry battles. So if you lose a battle, you can retry it, as an example. Because as soon as you lose a battle somewhere along the way, your run's over. Let's see, because generally you lose a battle because your ship is dead, and that's a lose condition. starting with extra scrap, starting with free rerolls, starting with extra supplies, starting with extra Tillium. 1 squadron fate restoration. Now, the fate restoration is a weird one because there are times you actually want the squadron to die. This is one of the more irritating ones they've put in here, right? They have a thing where it's like you can spend these, and what'll happen is the first time your squadron blows up, it just regenerates for free. But the problem is, I've had objectives with pilot objectives where you are supposed to put the pilot in a squadron and get the squadron wrecked. Do you know how hard it is when the squadron regenerates 5 times in a single mission? Like, you just can't, the thing won't die. It's stupid. And so, as good as this one is, I wish there was a way you could, like, manually disable it. But unfortunately, not really a thing. This is one of my favorites. Civilian ships that participate in a battle, they get free XP for participating in the battle. This is a big one for me, because your civilian ships getting better means that you get more resources along the way, so this is a good one. Plus, it only takes two quick taps, and you can get them to where they'll rank up. They'll get two free rank ups every time that they're in battle with you. What is okay? So we get extra speed. Squadrons that weren't deployed, they get free XP for not having been deployed. The quality of the stuff that you get in shops and POIs can get better, and then your Gunstar weapon can deal more damage to things that aren't max level and stuff. The generic great place to start, of course, is extra scrap. I think that maxes out at 200. Extra supplies, which I think maxes out at 20, and then extra Tillium, which I think maxes out at 4. No, it's 5. So there you go. So you can start with some extra resources, which is a big help. I'm going to hold off on Artemis Gift right now. I like the speed, actually. This one's really handy. Been in the hangar for at least 60 seconds. So the Athena Tactics is a nice one too, because anything that you deploy mid-battle comes in with extra damage and speed and so on and so forth, which is kind of cool. Starting with free rerolls is really handy. I'm going to pick up about 3 of those. And let's pick up the one where squadrons get faster. There we go. That feels pretty good. That's a nice way to start things. Now, over in the compendium, you can see all of the stuff that you have a potential to unlock. So it's showing me all the stuff that we have seen so far, right? All the stuff that I have either bumped into or unlocked via achievements. This one here is all of the squadron buffs that you can get. I did, Grant. I maxed that one out right away. That's one of my favorite ones. The civilian ships no, it's not there isn't one for civilian ships not in battle. It's the civilian ships that you take into battle with you get experience. For System Purge, Missile Override, that's the one that I accidentally blew up my whole friggin' every squadron I had. Evasion Focus. Chain Firing, this is a great ability. The Gyrosteer, yeah, this is 10 free evasions, never bad. 20% damage if it's not... Yeah, okay. All right, and then let's see what else. I feel like we're... Oh, here we go. And then down here, these are the core abilities of some of the various squadrons. Okay? So then this is all of the hero traits that we have either seen or unlocked. A lot of the green ones, there's a kind of a prevailing, you see the green ones, you're like, no, it's just common. Some of the green ones are actually still pretty good. And some of the blue and the purple ones are like, I don't know why I'd want that. Like the ST Bullet ones, I've never been a big fan of. There's a legendary version of this one that I'll show you down the list, but it's not bad. But it's like, oh, yeah, it's okay. Ship Enthusiast is one I don't think I'd ever seen before. That one's kind of fun. Instant Reload is good. There's another one, one of my other favorite ones for guns is like you have a 33% chance for an instant reload or something. I forget how that one works. I think it's a legendary one. High Velocity Combat is a great skill. I had this early on one of my first runs on the other game with one of my Viper squadrons, and you just run. He just never stops. He just drives in loops around the map, and like by the end you have like 30-40 points of buff on him. It's actually kind of funny. Now, in the base version that we played, you have the EXO, Chief Tech, and CAG abilities you see here, right? So the EXO, the Gunstar gets damage resistance, the Chief Tech, the R&D upgrades get cheaper, and the CAG is that everybody gets damage per rank, and this is per rank, per their experience level, right? However, when you play the other variants, the Exo Chief and CAG abilities are a little different, and I'll show you those in a minute. These are all the squadrons we've seen. There's a lot of different ones for both the Colonials and the bad guys. Of course, we haven't seen everything yet. There's still some that have not shown themselves. Here's all the various Gunstar weapons we have run into or unlocked at this point. Same thing for upgrades. Some of these really, really good upgrades you can't even unlock until you have played some of those elite missions. So yeah, and then all the various ship types. Now, some of these ship types we did just unlock, but almost all of them have a regular version and a legendary version, which is kind of cool. Not all of them, but like here's the regular medical ship and the legendary. Here's the regular refinery and the legendary. And of course, the legendary one is just straight up better, and it doesn't require promotions, which is kind of fun. And then at the end, this is the Wanderers is the base game that we just played. That you unlock 2 other variants, which is the Convoy and the Vanguard. And then once you've beaten there's one of these you have to beat at like an extinction level or beat it a bunch, and then you unlock the last one. Oh, Exodus. Okay, so you have to beat the game 5 times. You have to complete 5 runs, and then you unlock this last variant. I'm going to take you back to the main screen one last time to show you the other 2 variants. So the Wanderers, this one is kind of like, think of this one like the balanced one, right? You start with 3 squadrons and 2 open squadron docks. You start with 2 weapons and 2 open weapon docks, and all of your repair costs are cheaper. So it's a very easy place to start from. When you move to the Convoy, this one is a little strange. This one is more weapon focused, okay? You can unlock up to 5 weapon docks. Your squadron damage, if your squadrons are close to the Gunstar, their damage goes down. The farther away they are, their damage goes up. So your squadrons want to play way away, and you want to use your weapons to defend like closer in. This one is really a good one for blowing up Cylon ships. There's some achievements in the game for like blowing up a base star or blowing up the frigates that you meet along the battles. This is the right way to do it because your squadrons, while they're far, far away, they do extra damage. And your nukes can't reach that far generally unless it's late and you've like got a really buffed hero who's got all these range skills. You might be able to do it, but in general, the nukes can't reach out to a base star or an opposing frigate. You also start here with this is the long range predictor is the one thing that I was talking about. So your Gunstar weapons are really buffed in this one. They get better cooldowns and longer ranges. So this one is more Gunstar weapon based. And then the Vanguard goes the other way with it. This one tends to be more squadron-based, if my memory serves. But this one gets really strange. I don't like this one. I've tried this one a couple of times, and it is easily the one that I dislike the most. Your fancy bonus is that as you put status effects on enemies, things like slow, stun, confuse, all this stuff, they all take extra damage. And if they don't have some kind of status effect on them, then all the damage you do to them goes down. That feels terrible. And it's very dependent on your ability to run across certain weapons. They start you with a couple of things that give these effects. But like this is just a really strange one. I have not mastered this one yet, to put it lightly. And this one, I think, this is the one that's squadron focused. Good night, Blacktooth. Thanks for being here. So this is the one that's super squadron focused. You can get up to 5 squadron docks. Every squadron, like this one is designed for you to rotate squadrons on and off the field. In other words, you put a squadron out, it takes some damage, you bring it back. But then while in the middle of a battle, while it's in your hangar, it will regenerate health. So that's what you're seeing here is that the max hull of all your squadrons starts off lower, but they'll regenerate health while they're in the hangar bay in between, during a battle, and they can be deployed instantly. It's just like you click a button and boom. So, but once you issue a recall order, you cannot cancel that recall order. Anyway, I like this one. This one's fun too. So yeah, that's the overall base game for Battlestar Galactica. Now, it's designed for you to start playing what they call extinction levels. Talon, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Appreciate you. It's designed for you to play through these various extinction levels. This is like starts adding things, right? Your one random faction is bad, and your civilian ships start worse, and so on and so forth. And it gets harder and harder and harder. You can change the difficulty level, right? I can play on easy, I can play on normal, or I can play on veteran mode. And as we didn't talk about it, but some of those trials we were looking at, right? If you come in here to the compendium, some of the achievements, trials, whatever you want to call them, some of these can only be done on veteran mode. You have to be doing them on like hard mode. Some of these, even on the one that I've completed a dozen runs, I have not finished, right? The ones about reaching a catastrophic healthcare maintenance level, I've never done. I've never actually lost a game from fleet health zeroing out. I just never have. Spending 1,000 scrap in shops during a single run. I actually have done this one. I've never been able to spend 1,000 scrap in repairs. This one I've never done. I've come close. I think I had like 980 once, and I was kicking myself for not getting it done. There's a lot of fun things in here. One of my favorite ones. Where is she? Is it one you can see? It might be a hidden one. Where is it? Is it here? Yeah, roll the hard 6. I love that they use quotes from the show to name some of these. These are just fun, right? And then of course, yeah, beating Extinction 10 with each of the various types. Completing Extinction 10 with everything, yada 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 yada. And completing Extinction 10 with anything in veteran, and there's crowning one for knocking it all out. But yeah, this is a really fun game. This is just a fun game. And as you play, you get more experience. You learn how to deal with certain things. The one that I keep trying for that absolutely I just have never been able to do. There's one of these for each, I think. Where is it? I've never done the one for 3 emergency jumps, but I really should. You have to kind of go out of your way to do this one. I have done this one, where you arrive in a sector with zero telium 3 times in a row. I have done that one. Not intentionally, but I've done it. There's one in here. There's a timer. There's one about doing them in 90 minutes. I don't see it in here, but there's one for doing each of them in 90 minutes. And man, let me tell you, that is tough. It's even on the basic skill level. Like I have been playing like on my, here, I'll show you my other game real fast. Just to kind of give you a sense of what's in there. Back. So I have been playing this, right, on like base easy, like maxed out start and everything. And trying to do this in 90 minutes is tough. It is tough. It's just I think sometimes I need to just focus on the speed and stop overthinking things. But boy, do I overthink things a lot. I'm going to show you this one. We'll do a convoy run just because we can. This one will probably end badly, but let's do it. Let's see, double scrap and Tilium, or yeah, I want the person. I want the hero early. The underworld wants our help already? You gotta be kidding me, right? Nah, we gotta help him out. Okay. Our ship is the Espadon. Our 2 civilian ships. We have a 25% chance to gain Attilium every time we jump. And we have a defense ship. I like that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's go to the bar. First sector, always in a bar, usually gets something fun for free. Civilian engineers we picked up earlier drifting. They want to help. They're offering to help repair the fleet, or they can use some supplies to help build a new weapon. One of them suggests they could also help later if we face a technical choice. So we can pick up some rerolls. We can get free repairs, or we can take a free weapon for 5 supplies. We're going to take the free weapon. Okay, so we now have 2 offensive flat cannons, which is actually really kind of interesting. Take a look through the hangar. We have a Mantis and a Testudian. This is another reason that I like this versus the squadrons that you get in that, whatever the third one is just they're kind of crapo. The Mantis and the Testudian are actually they work pretty well for what you're after. All right, and then let's look at weapons. And I think I only have 1 squadron slot to begin with. Yeah, so I need to unlock a 2nd squadron slot very quickly. Over here, I have, I think, 3 weapon slots. I have Dirty Nuke. No, what is this? EX missile launcher. Okay, just a missile go boom. Repeating EM cannon. There's offensive flak and a nuke launcher. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull the nuke out, and we're going to put in the offensive flak for now. Offensive flak is pretty handy. And we're going to assign the XO to that. All right, let's start. Let's go get ourselves a new hero. Okay, and what are you? Fast reloader. Love it. That's sexy. All right, let's keep our ships from explodicating. Actually, hold up. I want to... Can I unlock a 2nd squadron? I can. Let's do that right now. We need that 2nd squadron dock right away. Okay, so now put our Testudian in that. There we go. That feels much better. Oh, and while we're in here, let's assign her to a weapon. Let's assign her to the EM cannon. There we go. Okay. 3 actions. Wow, I have a lot of situations to clean up here. 4 supplies. Okay, they're probably all 4 supplies. Woof. Okay, well, let's do one of these with her. Okay. Repair storage. Yeah, they're all 4 supplies. Okay, let's clean up the one that is going to disappear quicker. Okay, let's see what our crisis is. Soldier error. Okay, so somebody screwed up. We got to access the weapon, no longer press gun, dark battle, serious Starfighter's ability to fight, commander under the safety. This choice will start a crisis. Revolving a crisis requires you go through several steps. Yeah, I know all this. This choice will allow you to bypass. Yeah, I know all this. It's not this. We can skip this. Lock 1 weapon dock for the first 50 seconds of each battle during 2 sectors. I can probably afford that. I do not want to lose nukes. I could also expend resources on repairing things, but honestly, these early battles are easy enough. I'm willing to lock a weapon dock. That's not a problem. I'm going to have 2 squadrons to put out there. We'll survive it. Now, I already pissed off the workers, so let's piss off the underworld. Okay. Yep. Bad things. Life sucks. Wear a helmet. You can go supply hunting. And XO, you can go clean up this mess. There we go. All right. Now, let's see. It's always going to be the last weapon dock that is locked out. So let's figure out what weapon it is that I'm going to lose access to. Right now, it's going to be the offensive flak. I don't want that. I'm going to put the offensive flak up top. And then we're going to put the goofy missile in the bottom slot. Okay, there we go. All right, I've got a few actions left here. Let's do some crew training. because these two civilian ships I'm taking are going to get 60 XP just from going into battle. They're asking you to stop minding their travels, look the other way. No, that's not happening. But man, I don't want to piss them off anymore. All right, I'll do it. I don't like it. I don't want to piss them off twice in one sector. It's too early for that. Okay. All right, let's get going. Okay. Extra squadron would be good. Or we can load up on Tillium. This is just raw supplies. Man, this one's actually kind of tough. I want to chase down that squadron. Free squadrons are always good. Free squadrons are always good. Prepared shot. Okay. Okay. So far, we're crushing these guys. Ooh, that kind of hurt. Go ahead and heal up. Defensive ship's going to take care of the other one. I feel like we're playing a little too far forward. Let's pull back a smidge. Although, isn't this the one where I want to be farther? Yeah, 200. Yeah, so I want my squadrons farther out. They get more damage playing this far out. Right? Right, so past this line, in between these two lines, this is normal. This is damage penalty, normal damage, bonus damage. So actually playing this far out is actually good for me. So we'll continue to play this far out for now. Playing a very forward defense on this particular run, the way this is meant to be, the way it's meant to go. "30 seconds. All right, this is about to get a little interesting. This is why I wasn't worried about losing the weapon dock. Okay, 10 seconds. Pull everybody in. Testudian is slow. Come on, get aboard. I don't want to get shot. Whew, irritating. All right. I could get free XP for Hippolytus. That would be nice. Extra fate I don't care about. I almost never take extra fate. I'm like, it's not that big a deal. Or free XP for a squadron that earned quite a bit of XP. The ship's going to get lots of XP. I'm going to give it to the squadron. It's not going to be hard to get ship XP. Cylons keep finding us, then becoming more aggressive. This is bad. There are many fleets in the sectors around us. Dead fleets. Mayday signals looping. Nobody's answering. The Dreadist view is dreadful. That means we're close to something important. The entire CIC looks at you as if you sleepwalked in their commanders are right. The Cylons must want us to stop us from reaching something. Does it really, Night Owl? I didn't know that. It is not fast. It is not a fast ship, to put it lightly. They're very handy, though. It's one of my favorite fighters to have. That heal is so amazingly useful. I think... Ooh, the extra... free. I can go free evasion. I want to check something real fast, real quick. What is my specialty? Each one of the Gunstar types has a special bonus in this slot. All squadron gain 20% speed for 5 seconds every time an enemy unit is destroyed by a Gunstar weapon. So I think I'm going to go with the evasion. I don't think I need the damage. Let's go evasion. Yeah, we'll go free evasion. Free 5% evasion. It's not bad at all. All right, what's in the bar? This could be handy. Gamble supplies. I almost never gamble. Every time I see a gamble option in here, I walk away. I'm not risking my supplies or my scrap or stuff for just nothing. Let's see what the maintenance specialists have for me. Sometimes this could be really good. Okay, so we're going to put some hull points back. Let's do that. Some hull points back. Okay. Put it back on the Gunstar. I'll take it. All right, let's go squadron hunting. My crisis is still a few actions away. Let's go squadron hunting with the CAG. See what we can pull in. I don't like the Falcon. I have yet to find a real good use for those. I'll probably end up selling it. This is such a good skill. Every time assigned squadron activates an ability, it restores 20 hull points. Yes, please. That is a great skill. Okay. Let's see. Let's go look at our Falcon. I have never had much luck with... I never cared for these things. They're just so... They're fast and fragile and don't do a ton of damage. They can fire in all directions, which is kind of cool. They have like a turret, if memory serves. Yeah, but it's also a taunt, and they don't have the HP to deal with taunting things. I've never liked them. I'll try and sell that thing and replace it first chance I get, more than likely. There's probably good ways to use them. I just have not invested the time into figuring out what those ways are. Let's get a promotion for the Chief Tech. Okay, we've got an opportunity here because the Underworld likes us. This is going to be R&D costs. Okay, so I think I've got to put the XO in a squadron. Yeah, so I've got to do something with her that she's kind of not... She's not ideally suited for, but we'll make it work. All right, now my CAG here has got some really interesting things going. He's got 2... really cool squadron abilities. High velocity combat is amazing and is really good with the Mantis. I'm gonna have to do it, I think. I can't pass that up. So he's gonna get assigned to the Mantis squadron, and I'll move the CAG out into something else. All right, Chief Tech's in here. For now, I'm gonna put my special flight authorization so she can try to get her kills, because I need to get that done. All right, I now have a couple of dead actions here. Right, we're 2 rounds from the crisis. I want to find out what the crisis is. We're going to train each crew 1 time while we wait. Let's see what this crisis is. Flying wreck. The voices of an argument erupt from the hangar. As you enter, your CAG and Titus step back from one of the squadrons. Commander, Major Meyer won't let me try to fix this mess. That's the CAG. I have no idea why, but every FTL jump creates random tech issues across our squadrons. Our engineers can't work this out, Chief. This should have been solved on Caprica before the attack. I think I know where this is coming from. Keep me on the Gunstar during the next battle so I can study the situation. I guess the engineers can do it too, but if they'll spread, repairs will cost more across the whole fleet. So basically, I have to leave him off of. That's fine. I just won't assign him to a squadron for 1 battle. That's fine. Okay, so what's going to end up happening then? He's going to not get assigned. We're going to put the CAG. No, wait. Yeah, we're going to put the CAG in the Testudian. No. CAG. There we go. And we're going to put Chica that needs kills in the Mantis. And that actually is going to work out better for everybody. Okay. Yep, go 1 battle without assigning him. Perfect. That will not be a problem. Let's go get some supplies. Let's work on getting the XO trained up. Decaying shot. Sure. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to miss out on the opportunity to promote whoever this Chica is, but whatever. Alright. I've got some, but I'm going to hold off on the R&D costs. I generally don't do a ton of R&D upgrading too early because your chief tech, their ability is once they get a level or 2, your R&D costs start to go down. And this underworld ability, when it kicks in, will make that even easier. So I generally don't invest in R&D upgrades too soon. It is possible to do that in my mind. Let's bank 1 action for each of these. Oh, we are going to have an opportunity here for Ms. Cardozo. There we go. 70 scrap. We'll take it. So she'll get 70 scrap and a promotion. Son of what? Sign Gunstar gets 20% damage. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. Now, let's go back to banking some actions here. There we go. All right, move on. I think we are ready to go. Looks good. Everybody's assigned. We didn't assign what's his name. We did assign the XO. Let's do it. What are my options? I have nukes and double tillium. That is appealing with the possibility of the elite battle. Or a bunch of scrap and trade. We're gonna roll the dice over here. Type B blitz. Okay, these guys will be coming at me fast then. Alright, so we need to kill 15 units with the Mantis. Wiping these guys out. I'm loving this. Actually, no. The defense ship will take care of that. I can ignore the first one. We're just ruining these guys. Loving this. Okay. That one's not going to take. We'll end up using the EM cannon, I suspect. Go get this guy. Messing these guys up. We missed one missile, but oh well. Okay, we're down to 7 seconds. I mean, it's time to pull everybody in here. Because the Testudian is slow. It is slow. Come on, Testudian. That's the disadvantage of playing that far forward, right? It's really, you don't really take a lot of damage until the very end when you've got to pull your guys off the field, and it's like, ugh, this sucks. Okay, Mantis more XP. We're going to say no. However, bonus XP for the XO feels pretty good. Or free scrap. I think I'm going to take the XP for the XO. Okay, we definitely completed that crisis. And we should have gotten our bonus here for the XO picking up a bunch of Cylon kills. So there we go. Love it. Okay. All right. So now you need to go back. I need to put you back on weapons detail before I forget. You can take the offensive flak post, please. There we go. Okay. Now, quick look at the bar. Always like to know what my options are in here. Healthcare, nukes for supplies. Okay, don't really care about any of these particularly passionately. Let's go get the XO promoted and get our Tillium reserves off of 0. We're having problems maintaining order. At this very moment, I have 24 underworld members harassing my workers over some scrap. So I can piss everybody off by taking the scrap. Or I can protect one over the other. I probably need to piss off the workers here. But I'm going to do that. I was going to say, I know that's going to put me into tense territory. What's up?
Is it time to raid Saul's stash yet?
Who? Oh, Saul. his booze stash in the locker. Yeah. We ain't there yet. We're getting close though. We're getting close. Here, you want some Sonora? Take a sip. All right. Exo. Ooh, that's a nice one. Yeah, so Shredding Shot and Shattering Shot are the same thing. Shattering Shot's just better. So we're going to take Shattering Shot, thanks. All right, let's go pick up some extra nukes. Actually, I've got 5 nukes in the bank already. Let's reconfigure the weapons a bit. Then we're going to go Cylon hunting. Yes, ma'am. I'm good, thank you. That should be a nuke launcher? Yeah, let's go. Okay. Let's go take this Elite Cylon battle. Quick look through the hangar. Yeah, I need to swap pilots around too. Squadrons. You need to get... Yep, and then you need to get the CAG. You have the CAG. Perfect. Excellent. Alright, let's go see if I can beat this Cylon battle. It would be really cool to pick up a nice bonus thing early. Actually, I gotta blow up this capital ship. Jump complete. It appears to be disabled, only protected by turrets. Okay. Okay. Alright, so here we go. So here's what I gotta do. Everybody's gotta get in here and blow this thing up right away. The turret has to die. Perfect. Now, we nuke them. Nuke the bastards. This is EM cannon. We're going to wait a little bit on that. Is your heal available? Good. Heal this guy up. He needs it. There we go. Now let's get to work. EM cannon is so bloody handy. Love it. Okay. We're doing well. One more nuke. Yeah, I know. I'll move him. Hakuna your tatas. A little bit of work for this one, but it'll be worth it if I get that Colonial Index. There's a really, really good elite ship upgrade you can bag that is just so sexy. It is so sexy. I want to cover these guys with flak while he retreats this way. So close. One more shot. Okay. Come on. There we go. Let's clean up the mess and go home. Alright, we're almost out of here. Let's go. And... bam. Worth it for 2 nukes, baby. Yeah, the goal for that one is to kill the Cylon ship. Okay, we got a high intensity beam, which is not what I was hoping to get, but it's certainly not a bad pull. Not on a ship that's going to give me the opportunity to really lay into the weapon slots. So we're going to get good use out of that, especially getting it this early in the run. Okay. All right. So plus you get all kinds of great XP for your squadrons by doing runs like that, right? Which is fun. Okay. Let's see. Chica has... okay, so she has the heal. 50% restores immune. 5% damage increase by 100%. I don't really feel like the stealth is super useful. Bloodthirsty is certainly not bad. We're going to run with that. And then what do we got over here? Chain firing already. Chain firing is so good on a ship like this. Yeah, for sure. That's the pickup, I think. Yep. Okay. Still a few turns away from a crisis. I've still got 3 actions that I can spend down here. These guys are going to reach max rank next time we jump. Let's go ahead and stock up on Tillium. I'm going to hold off on the nukes just yet. Let's go to the bar. Nukes for supplies. I might actually take you up on this right now. I'm not planning on using many nukes for a while. I'm going to do this, actually. 5 supplies? Let's do it. I'll take that action. And then let's go pick up... no, we're going to hold off on this one until we see what the crisis is. In the interim, let's pick up some more scrap. Okay, let's see what the crisis is. Survey says, radioactive emergency. We have radiation spikes on one of the civilian ships. We're jumping too much. It's causing problems. If you want this to be fixed properly, we'll need spares. We can find them in nearby structures and wreckages. Another expedition. Or we can just seal it off. I can spend 150 scrap. Or we can lose 20 fleet health every 4 turns until I fix this problem. That's kind of crap. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. All right, so I can... how many of these do I need? Just the 1? Perfect. I have exactly 1 here. Let's go work on it. Perfect. We picked up some nukes. We advanced our crisis. We can fix the leak. Do it as quick as you can, please. Yep, we're working on it. Okay, I got to do one of these. We're going to do this one because there's no chance of injury. Reinforce the Tillium tank. Bam, crisis solved. Love it. Love it. We dismantled the old FTL. Yeah, hook us up. I'll take that scrap. That's good scrap, baby. It's gonna get used. And what do we got going on? Things are heating up. A Union is to blame. We've suffered 2 stabbings. Union business is risky. Yeah, let's intervene. Okay. Stupid labor. Always causing problems. Okay. Now, here's what we want to do. I need... I have a whole mountain of scrap, and if memory serves, I have a big discount. Yes, all my R&D labs, R&D upgrades are cheap right now. So, let's go pick up that extra weapon slot, I think. And I think what we want to do Or do I want to invest in some basic, simple things? Let's do some basic, simple things. I like the idea of... Okay, we're already here. That's where I want to be. I'm not super fussed about medbay just yet. I kind of want the extra weapon dock. I can afford it right now. I'm going to do it. Okay. And then I'll come in with that extra squadron dock later. I think right now I kind of don't care about this bonus. I can barely afford one more of these. Let's go back here and have a peek. We're not in that bad a shape, honestly. And I could stand to do a little bit of repair work here. Okay, cool. We're in pretty good shape on this run, guys. And we're what? And we're in squadron. We're in sector like 3 or whatever. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad. Let's fight one more battle and then we'll call it a night because I'm like basically a quick step away from getting that done. I'm gonna put some repairs into I think each ship. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a little scrap there just to make sure we get that done. And then let's pick up a little extra scrap on our way out the door and go do this battle. No auxiliary systems, very sad. Oh, let's go equip let's go equip an extra weapon. We now have 4 weapon slots. Pull the nuke out. Let's put in the missile and the high intensity beam. All right, vicious shooter. Actually like that on her. This is for the flak. Yeah, I like that too. Okay. What is Deadlock done, Peel? I've never actually played that one. This is the first BSG game that I have played. No, I have not, unfortunately. I have not. Was it like a straight RTS? Because this is not an RTS. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect with this game when they announced it. This is the first game of this style that I have ever played. 2 Tillium supplies. No, I need the scrap, and I definitely want that bridge component. We're going over here. It was a turn-based RTS. That might have been interesting. How did that work, though? How did it work with the Galactica setting? So it was like the first Cylon War. That's actually really cool. I don't remember that game at all. Oh, did we get Blitz again? Oh, God, we got exploding. We got overload. Oh, I hate this one. I got to be careful with the Mantis with that. Things that the Mantis hate things that'll explode in its face. Oh, no, wait. The Mantis has the range. He'll be okay. It's the Viper and the Viper and one of the other guys doesn't have it, and it's really, really not good for them. Okay. I'm going to come back to here and let my automated defenses deal with some of the rest of this. Oh, that is offensive flak time if ever I saw it. Okay, so I need to about 3 seconds to spawn, and I need to hit these guys. So let's call it right about here. Actually, I don't like that position. Let's do this. Nice. I'm really like, I gotta say, I like the gun stars that are like, you've got each gun star, you've got the kind of the balanced one, you've got ones that are the weapon focus and ones that are the squadron focus. I really enjoy those. That one in the middle that is all like, oh, it's all about, you know, delay, like status effects. That's the one that I just don't enjoy. That one's really difficult for me to play and get into. I really want to kill this guy before he gets that close. There we go. Yeah, I don't want him exploding next to my civilian ship if I can avoid it, thanks. Okay, now get over here and blow things up. You go over here. Okay, take the striker first. Got lucky with that. Seconds. Plenty of time left. Seconds left. Get the striker. Get this guy. We're gonna wait for these other clowns to spawn in. Okay. Oh yeah. See, I actually really like it when you get a good set of Gunstar weapons. I won't say it makes the whole thing easy, but it makes it gives you that nice warm feeling like the stuff that gets past your squadrons is not going to survive long enough to matter. Oh, Mobius, I love this game. I don't know what my hours are. It's a lot because this is my streaming run, but then I have another one where I've just been playing on my own. I think I have 12 completions and 19 attempts. Like, it's just fun. All right, that would be a level up for the CAG. I like that idea. Let's do that. It saves me at least one action, if not two. All right, this is a boss sector. We are going to just call it here. We're a little after 10, and it's time to be done for the night so that Ginger can get back to doing schoolwork if she needs. We'll pick up here again whenever I stream this again. Might be next week, might not be. The next 2 Mondays get a little weird for me. 2 Mondays from now is going to be the night before I leave for Star Wars Unlimited Galactics. Next Monday, I might just see if Ian wants to come over. We're doing pre-releases this weekend. We're going to have, some of the new cards. I might see if he wants to come in and mess around with some of the new stuff that he's pulled or borrow some of my stuff or something like that. I have not played Gothic Armada, Obi, so I'm not positive. The people who and as Grant points out in chat, there is a demo. It's very simple. It takes you through the tutorial and the first four sectors, basically the portion that I just kind of played here with this run on stream. And it's free. You can just try it. You can just download it. And then if you want to buy the game, you can just continue right from where you left off in the demo. It's pretty smooth. Yeah, give that a shot. It's on Steam. You can just go check it out and download it. It's a great game. I really enjoyed it. If you enjoy Battlestar Galactica, the theme of this is just really, really good. They did a really good job setting it where they set it in terms of like the timeline, because it takes place in between it's basically it all takes place entirely in the miniseries, right? Between the destruction of the colonies and Galactica rallying everybody up at the anchorage and departing. So you are basically playing little clusters of ships that survive the initial assault that are trying to get from the colonies to, you're trying to survive to get to Galactica at the anchorage and then rally up with the fleet and continue on. Like, that's the goal of this. They did a really good job with it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, we're gonna go back to the main menu. That should save that. Yeah, exactly. They did a great job with it from that perspective, Obi. They really did. Okay, guys, let's call it a night. I'm betting that I'm the only person on Twitch streaming this tonight, so we'll go look for a raid, but I'm not expecting to find a whole lot. My guess is we'll end up having to raid into somebody doing boats or something else. This game has not been terribly popular for streaming or whatnot, which does make me sad. But I do thoroughly enjoy. Oh, there is one other person streaming this. Well, guess what, guys? Zat's doing Mandalorians, but we're gonna go. I like to stream. I like to send people on to the same thing they've been watching, on the presumption that they're enjoying the game. So if you want to see more Battlestar Galactica gameplay, we're gonna raid you over. There we go. I know nothing about this. It looks like a VTuber, but that's cool. They're just doing the streaming. So if you want some more Battlestar Galactica action, we're going to send you over to Not Yoshi Hyde, I believe is how you pronounce that. Otherwise, if you want to go check out your other favorite streamer on Twitch, hey, you do you. I'm certainly not going to be offended. Thanks for being here, guys. I should be back on Thursday night this week with some MechWarrior 5. We're going to be doing back to some Stompy bots, murdering some more spheroids. In the meantime, you guys have a great week. Stay safe, and I'll catch you later.